little zone 2 cardio. Just enough where you can talk a little bit, but you're not just completely gassed. I go around and around with people about this cardio on the YouTubes anyway. These carnivore folks, really a lot of people, think that you don't have to do cardio, which I guess technically you don't, but why not do something healthy for your heart? Just doing a little stair stepper action, about 60 steps per minute. Nothing too crazy, but wanted to go over a couple things about this carnivore to sugar diet that I noticed. When I started carnivore, it was a heck of a transition. It's like going to the bathroom every hour, just blowing it out, and it's very unpleasant. I mean, you could literally feel yourself. Oh, that don't work. You can literally feel yourself getting depleted of electrolytes. And that was one thing on the carnivore that I could never get a handle on, was muscle cramps and keeping my electrolytes balanced. You know, I'm doing this 6 days a week, and I'm hitting weight 5 days a week, and I sweat a lot. But I will tell you, carnivore to sugar diet, I sweat less. I feel like I'm able to keep my electrolytes in check a lot better. And of course, carnivores will say, well, you gotta eat salt, you gotta eat salt. I did that. Now, it may work for the sedentary carnivores that's not moving, but if you want to move and you want to work out, for me anyway, it was very difficult keeping my electrolytes in balance. So after about 2 or 3 weeks of explosive diarrhea on carnivore, it kind of leveled out. Now, compare that with starting this sugar fasting and sugar diet. There's literally zero adaptation for me. Now, this is all for me. The results will vary, obviously. But I like to share my experiences. Zero adaptation. I did have severe cramps in my quads for 1 week. And I think that was my body's way of figuring out what in the hell was going on. I keep doing that. What in the hell was going on? And I went from very little potassium to high amounts of potassium. And I feel like it took my body a while to acclimate, or a week, but now no muscle, no cramps in my quads, no cramps in my side or in my ribs. So I feel like that has corrected itself. And from this carnivore to sugar diet, I am peeing 10x less, which tells me I'm able to keep my electrolytes in my body now versus when I was on carnivore. I drink 3.5 to 4.5 liters of water a day. In carnivore, the absence of carbs was not allowing anything to stay in my body. So, just wanted to come and speak on that. I think with anything different, your body's gonna have to adjust, but the differences between carnivore and keto, I've done keto too, carnivore and the sugar is, it was very minimal adjustment period. I more or less started burning fat from the first day. And with anything, it's going to take some time. So if you want to try it, you're going to have to sit in it. You're going to have to sit with it for a while. You're going to have to learn the new feelings of your body. But it'll come around. It'll come around. Now, one more thing I wanted to touch on that I've seen a lot on Mark Bell's podcast just recently and other places is people are recognizing that this carnivore community is turning into a cult, sort of like the vegan community. And it took a long time for me to realize this. And even to this day, I'm sitting here planning out my protein day, which is today. I fasted Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on sugar, but I am sitting here trying to plan out my protein meal tonight, and I'm gonna have some rice, I believe. And I'm sitting here going back and forth with myself about this rice. It ain't gotta be this way. A little bit of rice ain't gonna kill you. If anything, give you some energy and help you sustain being satisfied for a while. I'm gonna try it. But the whole point was, it's a shame that I had to sit here and talk to myself about whether rice was cheating or not. Because in the carnivore world, they think that any amount of carbs is a cheat and you are gonna go backwards. So it's gonna take me a little bit to deprogram myself, but I feel like I'm not alone, and I feel like there's a lot of other people out there that really bought into that dogmatic mindset. So just wanted to, and honestly, I somewhat feel like I owe some folks an apology because of my dogmatic stance on carnivore and carbs and sugar. Because I was kind of a dick about it. My children, my wife, just anybody, if you're eating carbs, I didn't even have to say anything, but people around me felt a certain way, and that was wrong. And I'm so glad I'm out of that sort of cult mindset on the carnivore. I just want to drop a quick video, doing some cardio here, and I'm realizing that guys holding their phones with their hands while doing cardio, it's kind of difficult. So I keep switching. But just want to get that out. Do your cardio. Do your cardio. Do your cardio. It does nothing but help you. I hold on to plenty of muscle mass doing cardio like this, sometimes twice a day, 6 days a week. So get it in, give this fruit thing a try, see what you think. It has completely opened my eyes to the carnivore community. Another disclaimer again, carnivore is a good tool used properly. I don't feel like carnivore should be a sustainable lifestyle. Just like I don't feel like the sugar diet or sugar fasting should be a sustainable lifestyle. So take it for what it's worth. If you make the switch, sit in it for a while, let your body feel it, adjust, it'll pass. At the end of the day, what we want weight loss. If we're getting weight loss and we're feeling good, roll with it. You got this.